verses 13 through 21. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the family inheritance with me." But he said to him, "Friend, who set me to be a judge or an arbitrator over you?" And he said to them, "Take care, be on your guard against all kinds of greed, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." Then he told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? For I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all of my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, 'Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, and be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?' So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God." This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Please pray with me. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. "Gosh, Sally, I like your new pocketbook," Jane said as she thought, "Coach bags are really expensive. Wish I had that kind of money so I could be so extravagant." "Thanks, Jane. It was a gift from a dear friend," replied Sally. Jane felt a flush come over her as she remembered her jealous thought. "Wow, great car. Where did you get it?" Sam asked Tom as he thought, "I'll never have a new car. I can't even save enough for the down payment. Wish I had rich parents." "Thanks, Sam. I think it's pretty great too," Tom said. "For the past 8 years, I've been caring for the lawn of my elderly aunt. Never thought that she'd leave me anything in her will. Was I ever surprised when I found out she did? It was enough to buy this new car. How generous of her. She was a very special lady. I always felt like I was helping one of God's saints as I mowed her lawn. I guess I was right." Sam, ashamed of his greedy thoughts, replied sheepishly, "Yes, I guess you were." How many times do we find ourselves coveting something or someone else? Was it a new car that what we wish was ours? Did we go to someone's home and say, "Wow, if only I could live in a house like this. They even have a pool outside"? Or how about the person that volunteers all the time? Sometimes we say, "Wish I had the time to do that like they do." If you think about it, we spend many moments of our lives wishing we could have what we don't. The parable of the rich fool, found in our gospel reading for this morning, is a story pointing out the foolishness of coveting. Now, in the Old Testament, Moses spoke against coveting. Here's what he said: "You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or male or female slave, or ox, or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor." Even the early Christian church was directed not to covet. In the New Testament, Paul expressed his disdain with the sin of coveting and greediness when he wrote, "To turn from the sin of greed means killing off everything connected with that way of death. Sexual promiscuity, impurity, lust, doing whatever you feel like, whenever you feel like it, and grabbing whatever attracts your fancy. That's a life shaped by things and feelings instead of by God." Paul uses the Greek word plethonexia when he talks about coveting, coming from two Greek words, It translates as the yearning to have more. The Greeks themselves defined coveting and greed as an insatiable desire and explained that it's as difficult to satisfy coveting and greed as it is to fill a bowl with water when it has a hole in it. When we covet, when we greedily want what we don't have, we enter into sin. We long to rightfully have something that belongs to someone else. Our thoughts, and yes, even our actions, can become ruthlessly self-seeking. The basic idea of coveting and greed is to crave for something or someone that we have no right to have. It is therefore a sin with a very wide range. If it is a desire for money, it can lead to theft. If it is a desire for prestige, it can lead to evil ambition. If it is a desire for power, it can lead to sadistic tyranny. If it is a desire for a person, it can lead to sexual sin. C.F.D. Moore describes greed and coveting as the opposite of the desire to give. The Apostle Paul goes on to say, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil, and in their eagerness to be rich, some have wandered away from the faith and pierced themselves with many pains." Now, most of us want help in discerning how we earn, invest, and spend our money. We want to be comfortable. We want to be sure we can afford appropriate care for our families and ourselves. But how do we distinguish between a profit motive and greed? As Christians, how do we earn a living, raise a family, and live responsibly in a society that values people in terms of what they own, in a culture where money is power? There's a great secret of life that far too many people miss. Money is important. No question about that. But money is only a means by which we reach higher goals. Goals such as service to others and obedience to God. Henry Ford, founder of the Ford Motor Company and the father of the modern assembly lines, once asked an associate about his life goals. The man replied that his goal was to make $1 million. A few days later, Ford gave the man a pair of glasses made out of 2 silver dollars. He told the man to put them on and asked what he could see. "Nothing," the man said. "The dollars are in the way." Ford told him that he wanted to teach him a lesson. If his only goal was dollars, he would miss a host of greater opportunities. He should invest himself in serving others, not simply in making money. Think back to the story that Jesus told. Listen again to it as it's paraphrased in The Message by Eugene Peterson. The farm of a certain rich man produced a terrific crop. He talked to himself. "What can I do? My barn isn't big enough for all this harvest." Then he said, "Here's what I'll do. I'll tear down my barns and build bigger ones. Then I'll gather in all my grain and goods, and I'll say to myself, 'Self, you've done well. You've got it made and now can retire. Take it easy and have the time of your life.'" Just then God showed up and said, "Fool, tonight you die, and your barn full of goods, who gets it?" That's what happens when you fill your barn with self and not with God. God comes to the rich man and says, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?" fear. The rich man had put his trust in things, and now he was leaving these things behind. Notice, though, that Jesus did not condemn the man for eating, for drinking, or for even being married. He did not condemn him for being rich. It was the greed of the man that Jesus condemned. This man was already rich. He already had plenty of barns full, but he wanted more. Bigger barns to hoard more grain. The man had enough wealth to enjoy life, to have peace about his future, and to care for his family. The point of Jesus' story is not that it is wrong or sinful to have wealth. The man entered into sin when he chose to store up his wealth exclusively for himself. His sin was not that he ate, drank, and was married, but that he was withholding the means for others to do the same. Greed had taken over his actions. Someone asked John D. Rockefeller, of all people, how much wealth does it take to satisfy a person? Rockefeller replied, just a little bit more. His delivery marked quarters on the edge of truth. And an old Roman proverb bluntly defines greed with this metaphor. Money is like seawater. The more you drink, the thirstier you become. Jesus condemns refusal to share the wealth we do not need. Unfortunately, Jesus does not give an accounting of how much is enough. That is for us to decide. The issue is that God wants us to be good stewards of the abundance that God gives to us. Men who trap animals in Africa for zoos in America say that one of the hardest animals to catch is the ring-tailed monkey. For the Zulus of that continent, however, it's simple. They've been catching this agile little animal with ease for years. The methods the Zulus use is based on knowledge of the animal. Their trap is nothing more than a melon growing on a vine. The seeds of this melon are a favorite of the monkey. Knowing this, the Zulus simply cut a hole in the melon, just large enough for the monkey to insert his hand to reach the seeds inside. The monkey will stick his hand in, grab as many seeds as he can, then start to withdraw it. This he cannot do. His fist is now larger than the hole. The monkey will pull and tug, screech and fight the melon for hours, but he can't get free of the trap unless he gives up the seeds, which he refuses to do. Meanwhile, the Zulus sneak up and nab him. Friends, we mustn't be like the ring-tailed monkey, unwilling to let go of possessions we think we deserve. We can't allow covetousness and greed to dictate our lifestyle. We must be on guard against living completely in and for ourselves, for this way of life gives us a false security. Paul reminds us, tell those rich in this world's wealth to quit being so full of themselves and so obsessed with money, which is here today and gone tomorrow. Tell them to go after God, who piles on all the riches we could ever manage, to do good, to be rich in helping others, to be extravagantly generous. If they do that, they'll build a treasury that will last, giving life that is truly life. You see, we need to remember that life is a gift from God. And God gives us so much, especially here in America. It's our decision to know when we feel comfortable giving some of it. And you all do that by supporting this church and the mission and ministries that are here. But so many times our minds get cluttered thinking, maybe we need more. Maybe we should do this, or maybe we should do that. Or why can't we have this, or why can't we have that? wealth cannot secure our future. The past, the present, and the future all belong to God. Don't fall into the trap of greed. Instead, be content with your life. Enjoy what you have. Rejoice that you can share. For when you do that, you truly will know richness, the richness that is only found in Almighty God. Let us pray. Gracious God, it's not easy to hear this message, and sometimes it seems it's so ambiguous that we need to just skip it. But you want us to know that having you first in our lives is the priority, and everything else comes second. So remind us again and again, Lord, to be generous, not just of our time, our talents, and our treasures, but also of our understanding of you in our lives. We pray this in the name of Jesus, our Lord and our Savior. Amen.